Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Soul Searching. In this episode, I'm going to touch on a couple of things, including some EX related things and awakenings and what characters I plan on targeting, and hopefully give you guys some information that you can use to make some decisions yourselves. But first and foremost, I wanted to touch upon EXs, specifically their draw rates to begin with, because there's obviously been a lot of, I don't want to say controversy, but there's been a lot of attention and a lot of good things and bad things said about EXs and whatnot and how rare they are, and deservedly so. They're very, very powerful, but they're very, very rare. And while it's fairly common knowledge that EXs have a 5% chance of appearing on a 10 plus 1 draw as the bonus item, so as the 11th item, and aside from that, just have a 0.5% on a ticket or single draw. I actually found this post on the subreddit written by user Thecasualoblivion. I'll go ahead and I'll link his account in the description. But he actually broke it down, and so here on this chart you can actually see how many pulls you should expect to do if you really want to get an EX. So I think it's very interesting right off the bat. I think a number to kind of shoot for, barring really good luck, is the 50 percentile range. Flip a coin. That's 7 pulls, so 35,000 gems. That's not too bad, considering how rare they are. So 50% is 7 pulls. If you want to get up to 75%, that's roughly 14 pulls. And then he went on to say, then past that, the percentiles started going down, and it was a case of you're spending far more than the chances of getting the EX increasing are. So, trying to think of a better way to say this. Like, the gems being spent do not equal out to the percentile going up as much as it should at that point. So, you're basically overpaying. So, I just thought it was interesting to kind of, put these numbers out there and let people see for themselves a little bit just how this breaks down. So, and then at the top there he says, the following assumes 1 pull equals 5,000 gems or 20 tickets, which are roughly equivalent. So, I've seen people get EXs on 20 tickets. And me personally, I've spent probably roughly 150 on 2 separate banners, both Cloud and Noctis's banner, chasing their EXs, and I haven't been successful. Cloud's banner I didn't spend any gems on, and Noctis I spent 30,000. So I almost was at the 50 percentile range, for the EX, and I didn't get it. And, that's how it goes. That's all right. But, yeah, I just wanted to get these numbers out there and kind of let you guys see, some more information. I did, and then later on in the post, because this is just a screen cap I took, but later on the post said that for a 90% chance at an EX, it's 115,000 gems spent. So that's a pretty outrageous amount there. So I definitely wouldn't recommend chasing an EX that hard, just because the nature of the game, right? Gotcha, power creep. As much as you love that EX and as much as you love that character, it's going to be outclassed. It's going to be replaced, and there will be chances down the road to get the weapon again. It's not the end of the world if you don't get the thing you want. I spent 30,000 chasing Noctis' EX, and I didn't get it. And one more draw would actually put me at the 50% chance, but I'm not worried about it because I know that down the road I'll have a chance to get it. It is what it is. So yeah, so I just wanted to get this information out here, and yeah, hopefully this helps you guys out. So obviously EXs have all the hoopla about them because of all the big damage, but as EXs get further along the line, they start getting new and more additional effects to them. And the three of the big ones, as mentioned here in this article by user Xairos on the subreddit, I'll link this post in the description. He talks about three big changes that we'll be seeing soon: overflow, recast speed, and overflow, recast speed, and splash damage. All of these things go into determining how an EX operates, the value of an EX, the damage it can do, etc. So, first one up is overflow. Overflow is really good. So, overflow is a way for the developers to get around a character having low amounts of max brave or multi-hit attacks that do an extreme amount of damage, but because of the many hits and the high damage, you cap brave and you waste hits, and then you just do HP damage, and that's it. Overflow is a way for the ability to exceed your current max brave a certain amount. So say your max brave caps at 8,000, right? Use Squall's Renzozuken. That move used to cap all the time, especially when it's 35 CP released. But you'd hit the 8K, but say you have 3 more hits left, he'd go up to 10K and then do the HP damage. So some EXs will have overflow on them, which is what makes earlier EXs, like for example Cloud, as great as Cloud's EX is, it has no overflow. And I'm sure anyone who has the EX has noticed that it caps very, very, very easily, and you usually leave some brave damage on the table. So overflow will also be attributed to abilities in the future to help, compensate for bosses' extreme amounts of health and defense. But yeah, so overflow is going to be a very important element of an EX. So that's one factor to consider. Another factor is recast speed. So that one kind of sounds, obvious, but there's 5 tiers here, as Xairos mentioned. So slow, slightly slow, normal, slightly fast, and fast. Now, as far as I know, there's only one EX that's at fast speed, and that's Bart's, his EX. I could be wrong about that, but most EXs are normal. I think Noctis's is slightly slow, and then after you fully MLB it, it goes to normal. Cloud's is starts at normal, and then when fully MLB, it goes up to slightly fast. So that's how many turns, how much damage you have to take, how many abilities you have to use before your EX gets recharged. So obviously, faster the better. Of course, that goes without saying. So fast recast speed on an EX is definitely something to consider. And then splash damage. Splash damage, we're going to see this very, very soon with Squall, with his awakening. We've seen it with Yang, where Yang has, he does his, kick ability, where he does full HP damage to one target, and then the other targets take, it used to be 10%, I think with his 35 CP, it goes up to 20 or 25. Squall, his Renzozuken, is going to do 100% damage to the person he targeted, and then 50% damage to all the other targets. And that's what splash damage is. This is different, as mentioned in the article, from, say, Kuja's Altema, where if Kuja launches an Altema, 3 enemies, and he does 12,000 brave damage, it's going to be split 3 ways, so 4,000 damage to every enemy. Splash damage doesn't care about that. Splash damage just takes however much you did, and then the one enemy takes the full amount, and the other enemies take deferring amounts. Some abilities and some EXs, like mentioned here, Rem's EX, actually will do 100% damage to all the enemies. Those abilities are far and few between. Those are obviously amazing abilities, very, very good in AoE. but they're rare. So I just want to just kind of touch on those three things real quick, and just make people aware that they exist, and they're things to consider when looking at different EX weapons and trying to figure out if you should pursue them or not. And finally, because someone requested, I list some EX weapons and banners I was going to chase. I'd like to kind of just go through the next several months worth and just kind of give you guys some ideas. This website I'm using is actually Altema, DFFOO, the section on there. So this is going to list all the EX banners that debuted in JP and in the order that they released. Now, obviously, because they have changed some things in global, these might not be 100% accurate, but I feel pretty confident in saying that for the most part, they should be spot on. You know, they might change a support character on the banner here or there, but I really don't think they're going to make any big changes just because of they don't want to try and upset the game balance. And I feel like if they change too much, then they kind of run the risk of doing that. So, but yeah. So, and while I'm scrolling through here, you might see some interesting weapon names and whatnot. That's just because I'm using Google Translate. Because this entire site's in Japanese. I'm using Google Translate, and it's not perfect, so you might see some goofy stuff, and I apologize, but yeah, there's not much I can do about that. So, but yeah, so obviously you've already seen Cloud and Shantado's EX banner, and of course Noctis's as well. Next character event we'll be getting at the time of this video is Alice, her banner featuring her 35 and 15. But it also debuts Terra's EX, which Terra's EX, unfortunately, is a pretty underwhelming EX. It gives her a massive Max Brave buff, which is very much appreciated for Terra. But the strength of the EX weapon, which is a 3-hit Brave HP attack, increases the lower amount of health Terra has, which in this game you never want to be low on health ever. You know, 1, for the objective. And 2, because as bosses get stronger and their int braves get higher and higher, they can just one-shot you as soon as they recover from break if they're targeting you. So low health really is nothing you ever want to mess with. So then after Alice, we're going to be getting Selfie. You know, this is, again, assuming this is all staying true to JP. Selfie's banner has Squall's EX on it along with all of Thancred's equipment. I've actually changed my tune on Selfie, her banner, in the last couple days because I spent a little bit of resources chasing Noctis. I'm actually going to try and get out of Selfie's banner just with tickets. I just want her 35 CP. That's all I want. I don't care about Thancred at all. Squall is MLB and everything except his EX, obviously. His EX will be releasing, like I said, but his EX is pretty underwhelming as well. It's just basically straight DPS. It gives him a unique buff that raises his attack in Max Brave, but it can't be, the buff can't be stacked, right? So you can't, it's not like Noctis where it gives him Armiger stacks that can keep being stacked, you know, stacked upon and increased. It's once Squall's EX gets hit the buff on there, that's it. It doesn't increase the potency. So it's a pretty underwhelming EX. But Selfie is just so good that the banner is worth hitting just to get her 35. So after that, let's see, I'll be skipping Onion Knight. I'll be skipping Dark Cecil. This one right here, if it stays the same as it was in JP, this Kate Sith banner featuring Warrior of Light, his EX, and Ace, this banner I'm going to hit. Oh boy, it's going to be insane. Kate Sith is, if you don't know, is meta-defining for a long time. And when he's paired with Lael or a launcher, it's broken. Kate Sith is a brave battery on crack cocaine. He batteries like crazy. He buffs the entire party. He can do outrageous amounts of damage with one of his abilities because it has overflow on it. He does a lot. Kate Sith is unbelievable. And then Warrior of Light, I actually don't have any of his equipment, so I'm going to just go crazy on this banner. I'd love to get him equipped, maybe get his EX. His EX allows him to heal the party a small amount per use, which, I mean, Warrior of Light's already so versatile because he can protect the party and you can go crazy with DPS, not worry about being broken. And then you add in the fact that he can heal the party. Now all of a sudden, you don't got to worry about bringing a healer, right? Your tank can tank and heal. So now you can just go ahead and bring another DPS, or you can go ahead and bring another battery. So, and then of course, way down the road after his level 70 awakening, Warrior of Light he's unrecognizable. If you guys haven't seen footage of that yet, highly recommend go on YouTube, which of course you're already on YouTube if you're watching this, and just search some Warrior of Light level 70 Awakening gameplay. He's it's something else. So yeah, those two units right there are just really, really, really good. Kate Sith in the present, Warrior of Light, versatile and insane later on. I'll be skipping Gilgamesh's banner, although that is the banner that has Ace's EX on it. And as I mentioned, Ace's EX has the fast recharge. So, and from what I understand, it's a pretty decent EX. So that might be a banner we're chasing, although Hope is the third person on that banner in JP. So, yeah, Hope he's not great. I'll be skipping Realms. Lilium Fool's banner. I might hit Garnet Chopsticks, her banner. Her EX gives water and lightning and peril to the enemies, and then gives water and lightning. Oh, what's the word? She gives it to the party, so any of their non-elemental attacks turn to that element. So her EX is pretty good. I don't have. Let's see, I don't have her 35 MLB, so if I get dupes of that, that'd be fine. Cloud and Zell are two solid support characters on there. I don't have any Zell stuff. Cloud is pretty much done, but yeah. Vaughn's EX banner has Sabin, Populemo, and Lael on it. Vaughn's EX is nuts. Vaughn's EX is, I think it's a slightly fast recharge, has massive overflow. Vaughn goes from being a nuke to a nuke on steroids, and is damage-wise just off the charts with his EX. At this point in the game, he kind of needs his EX to stay in those long fights, just because he does run out of charges really quick. So if you get his EX, then he just wrecks stuff. Sabin is Papulemo is a good unit. He's going to be getting awakened probably around the time this banner comes out. And then Lael 35 is meta chase. Good stuff. I'll be skipping Zidane banner. I'll be skipping Leon's banner, Oron's banner. Skip Y'shtola. I'll skip Prish. Celis, I plan on hitting her banner, her EX. Celis is very, very helpful with clearing future content, where enemy starts, getting magic spam happy. Celis completely shuts them down. Her EX will be there for some extra oomph. So I'll definitely hit that banner. I'll skip Fang, which does have Tidus EX on it. This one right here, the banner featuring Rem's EX, 7, and Shadow. Rem's EX is off the charts. Rem is, with her 35 CP and her awakening, is really, really solid. I feel like she's very underrated. With her EX, she's just off the charts. Her EX allows her to heal the party. She does 100% damage to all enemies. Grants her a unique ability called Siphon, which lasts for a turn, which allows her to use any ability for free. Doesn't count against her. And it probably does something else that I can't remember. But yeah, her EX is great. And then down here you can see Kane and Deuce as well. So those are some banners here in the future that I just kind of wanted to just give my thoughts on since I was requested. Now, obviously, you can keep going, and there's lots and lots more banners. I will link this website in the description so you can come here at your leisure. But yeah, like Agrios, her EX is AoE paralysis chance, which is great. Lightning, oh, her banner's so far away, but oh, I can't wait. I can't wait until her EX. Oh god, she's so fun in this game, and I need that EX, and I'm gonna go broke chasing it. But yeah, so great website, has lists of banners, contents. You can do simulated draws on here, kind of to just see how your luck would be. But yeah, great resource, and like I said, I'll make sure I link it in the description. Again, I was requested to kind of go over some characters that I'm planning on awakening, obviously because crystals, high shards, are at a premium right now. And so we kind of have to pick and choose who to awaken, who to let kind of ride the bench for the time being. Now, Global has been really generous. We've gotten much more high shards than JP did. So we have more options. With that being said, there are still limits. And so I kind of just wanted to just touch upon real quick my plans, who I'll be hitting. I will also say that if you have equipment for a character, to awaken them. Usually 9 times out of 10, if you have decent equipment for a character, you're going to want to awaken them just because it's a good idea just to get them that extra stat boost, those extra passives, etc. It really, you shouldn't have to think too hard about it. If you have really good gear for somebody and you like using them, awaken them, right? So, but this is just my personal thing. This is what I'll be doing. So first batch and second batch are obviously over with. So the third batch is going to have Lightning, Sarah, Onion Knight, Squall, Zidane, and instead of Rem, it'll be Ace. I am awakening Lightning, of course, because she is DFFOO waifu, and my second favorite unit in the game to use, behind Jecht. Sarah with the white crystals will be getting awakened as well. Sarah's pretty insane after her awakening, and then when she gets her EX way down the road, her EX is pretty nutso. But yeah, Sarah, I have her 35 CP as well. Squall as well will be getting awakened, black crystals. He turns into the Cycle Quest King because of his Renzozuken overflow. His Renzozuken splash damage. He just starts doing ridiculous damage, starts clearing Cactar, Cycle Quests in record time. So he earns his weight in gold there. Plus, if you get his EX, he's a pretty dependable unit. And moving forward, his splash damage is really helpful. So he lives on for a while. The fourth wave, and this is all, of course, assuming that Global follows the same path as JP. Fourth wave, the only character, well, two characters. I'll be awakening Prish, who's green, and Ramza, who's yellow, because I have Prish fully MLB, and I have Ramza's 35 2LB. And Ramza's a pretty good unit after he's awoken. The other characters, Vivi, Hope, I wouldn't have any thoughts. If I had Laguna or Edgar equipped, I'd probably awaken them, but I don't. Let's see, Corral, Thancred, Snow, I don't have any plans on awakening them. No Cater. Definitely awaken Ash. Ash gets her second ability to turn to a Brave HP attack, among other things. So I have her full MLB. I can't wait to use her again. Aerith, don't have any plans for her. Selfie, I'll deep dive her if I get her 35. Fifth wave, Shadow Fujin, Vincent Zell, Cyan, Tifa. I think that's an easy skip for me. I'm going to be low on crystals at that point, likely. and none of those characters I have equipment for or I'm interested in. Kate Sith, that's an easy awaken. No on Lion, no Gilgamesh. I'll awaken Garnet. 6, 7, Papa Lael, Penilla, Steiner, Ferris. Definitely awaken Papilimo, Lael, and Ferris. I have Papilimo and Ferris fully MLB and just about MLB on Ferris. And then Lael, I don't have his 35 yet, but that will change on his Awakening banner because, like I said, Lael is meta-defining for a long time. I will not awaken Orin. I'll definitely awaken Jecht. I won't awaken Yuri, Ida, Balthier, Waka, and I'll awaken Setzer. Setzer, after his awakening, his free solid turns AoE HP attack. And his red card is a 9-hit HP attack, but after every 3 hits, the HP attack activates, if that makes sense. So, it'll hit 3 times HP attack, 3 times HP attack, 3 times HP attack. I'll awaken Celis, won't awaken Kane. 8th wave, ignore Irvin, King, Golif. I'll awaken Aiko, and I'll awaken Vanille, and I don't have any equipment for anyone else, so those will all be skips. Let's see, Maria will be a skip. I'll awaken Agrios. Skip Palom, skip Locke. 9th wave. Awaken Lilithset for sure. I might awaken Saz if I'm just doing okay on crystals. And then past that, I really wasn't able to find much information on the JP waves past the 9th wave. But like here, as it says, to come. So there was Kuja. I'll definitely awaken Kuja. I'll awaken Quistis. I'll awaken Lena. Skip Kefka. I'll definitely awaken Sephiroth. Skip Sid. Awaken Zack. And skip Rydia. So those are all my personal choices for awakenings. And like I said earlier, these are all my opinions, my choices. And they're heavily influenced, 1, by do I like using the unit, and 2, do I have equipment for them? And if both of those are yes, then I'll awaken them. And if I like the unit but I don't have equipment for them, I won't awaken them immediately. That wouldn't make much sense. I'll hold off, and then if I get equipment for them down the road, on some kind of banner, then I'll revisit it. Later on, crystals are to the point where you really don't have to worry about hoarding them because we get so much. But, early, especially right now, it's really good to try and conserve your crystals and make informed decisions. So, but yeah, hopefully with these two lists here, you can see what the waves are and make your choices accordingly on color, crystal color. So, yeah, hopefully that helps you guys out and make some good choices. But yeah, I think that's about it for this video. So I really appreciate you guys watching. I will make sure I put all the links that I mentioned in the description below, so you guys can check them out if you like. And yeah, hopefully you guys have been doing well on the EX banners. Been doing better than me. I have nothing, no EXs. I'm sad. But the nice thing about Noctis's banner was I was able to MLB him fully, and I got Rem's 35. And Rem, with her 35 and her awakening, wow, she is fun to play. She is a lot of fun. If you have her 35 and you haven't awakened her yet, or you haven't given her a chance, she's kind of like a Saz at this point, but she can heal. So while Saz can shave and has really high turn rates, Rem can heal, has really high turn rates, and she can give her turn to your teammates, and kind of you can strategize and mess with the turn order like that. Plus Rem also, whoever she swaps turns with, gives them a speed buff as well. So yeah, Rem has been a very pleasant surprise for me. She's been a lot of fun. But I am really low on green crystals since I fully awoke Terra, and Rem is, I think, at crystal 58, so I basically have like no crystals right now. But yeah, so again, thank you all for watching this episode. I hope it was helpful and enjoyable, and I will see you guys in the next video. So until then, take care. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Like if you enjoyed, and subscribe for future content. Thanks, guys. Bye. Hey guys, so true to my fashion, and because I'm so professional, I actually forgot to include this at the end of the last video, so I'm just sticking this on here real quick. So if you guys have any questions about any of the units I listed that I'll be awakening, feel free to ask down below. I can elaborate on why I plan on awakening them, you know, what they gain through crystal level ups and all that. And yeah, and if you guys have any suggestions for future episodes of soul searching, please leave those in the comments down below as well. I've been having a lot of fun with these. This video and another video were both inspired by a user named Jacob. What's his last name? Starts with a P. But anyway, yeah, Jacob's a nice guy. He's been giving me some great ideas, so I've been working with him the best I can. So if you guys have any other suggestions, please feel free to let me know. And you guys all have a great day. Thanks for watching.